Right, so I'm back, and we are back with episode number 19 of this Freiburg for Life career mode. Sorry that it's coming out a little bit later than normal, but I am working pretty hard to basically get us into, FC 26. This is the second to last episode of this career mode, unfortunately, of this series, but there will be series coming very soon. Another new series. Maybe two of them, possibly. We're still thinking about it. We're still working on it. But regardless, let's hop straight into this Freiburg. We're in the 5th season where we've already hit the halfway mark. Can we get even further and maybe win some more trophies? We've already got one this season. We failed to win that second one, but we're still on for technically winning 4 trophies in one season, including the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and of course the Champions League. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Speaking of the Champions League, that is where we left off last season, and last episode, and we faced Olympique Lyon as our penultimate league phase Champions League game. And thanks to Fabio Silva and Ruben van Bommel goal in the first half, we were able to grab the 3 points over the French side, despite Akliouche trying to get something from them. And then we faced Hamburg in the Bundesliga. We did go in with our backup side because we wanted to focus on the Champions League, as we were struggling mostly there. In the Bundesliga, we were doing pretty decently, but they had the first chance there. Hamburg had a chance right there, the left-footed, and thankfully it's a great save from our backup goalkeeper Nielsen. But we do get a chance here thanks to Mark Yu, who finishes the chance right there in off the post, and it's a banger straight in, and that's 1-0 to SC Freiburg. I really wish I had a jersey for them, but hopefully soon we'll grab a jersey for Freiburg. But we did get another chance here as Abde Ezazuli got a chance that unfortunately was saved by the Hamburg keeper. But Hamburg get a chance here, left-footed again. They take the strike, and Nielsen was up for it. It seems like the goalkeepers are having a pretty decent game. Bisek, our captain over our backup side, was almost there trying to block that shot, but Johnny Cardoso gets a strike, and he finishes the chance into the top corner. He has scored some very important goals. There's Jesse Guy hugging him, and I'm so excited to see what this team has in store. I mean, in the DFB Pokal and in the Bundesliga, they're doing really well. Champions League is a little bit lackluster, but thankfully we grabbed some more 3 points in that other game against Olympique Lyon, as Nielsen steps up yet again to try to keep that clean sheet, as we were scoring a few goals for ourselves, but keeping that clean sheet is very important, as Matthias Sule gets a chance, strikes it home, and if I'm not mistaken, that's 3-0 up against this Hamburg side. Hopefully we can grab the 3 points. I think that's guaranteed 3 points now, as Matthias Sule does grab another chance here. And can he hit it left-footed again? He's going to, and he strikes it home. 4-0, and that's how the game will end. Despite the fact that Konstantin Peters gets a chance, that unfortunately goes over the bar. But back in the Champions League, as we get back-to-back 4-0 victories over Slavia Praha this time, away from home in our final Champions League phase game. And it was Fabio Silva and Merlin Road both grabbing a brace early on into the game. So easy that we were able to make quite a few substitutions early on into the second half, or midway through the second half, and just so they could get extra playing time. But we didn't score any other goals apart from those 4, but we'll definitely take them. Merlin Roll and Fabio Silva having some incredible games and incredible seasons. I mean, Merlin Roll deserved the Ballon d'Or, but of course they don't give it to midfielders, so our current Ballon d'Or holder, Fabio Silva, is still scoring some goals, as you can see. And hopefully that should propel us into some like a high playoff spot, if not, maybe top 8. But before we check that out, we were facing Frankfurt. Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, they are a very tough side. We are facing them away from home. They got the F50s right there. It's Moise Keane kicking them off. And, he's caused a lot of trouble for us, as Fabio Silva gets the first chance of the game and strikes it home. That's what the Ballon d'Or winner does best. He puts the ball in the back of the net, despite, he gets injured, he doesn't score from time to time, but he does get goals, like he gets that one. Again, that's 2 goals for him. And I find it so interesting that Fabio Silva actually in real life is now on loan at Borussia Dortmund. And he's playing pretty well. I'm not getting many minutes, but he's getting, he's performing well. As Merlin Roll gets another chance, left-footed, strikes it home, putting us 3-0 ahead of Frankfurt. We're doing really well, not only scoring goals, but also keeping a clean sheet, which we'll definitely take. And as I say that, Frankfurt do get a chance here that nearly gets off the mark for them, and they nearly score a goal, but thankfully Adolo makes a save, and then our defense does just enough so that Frankfurt does not get the goal. But Merlin Roll is again on a breakaway, and he's gonna hit it with his left foot. He chips the goalkeeper, but it's too far over, and I should have just put it away. I don't know why I got cocky, and I just tried to put it, over the goalkeeper. But Frankfurt did want to get a chance here as Højlund gets a chance, and thankfully it goes wide, so no fear there from Romeo Lavia, Nico Schlotterbeck, or even Adewolu. But Fabio Silva really wants his hat trick, and he gets it right there, strikes it home, 5-0 for the team. Of course, dressed in all black in this game, but of course we normally wear the red. And can we keep this clean sheet? I'd love for us to keep a clean sheet, and thankfully Adewolu makes the save, but it somehow goes in. It's so unfortunate. I'm really angry that we conceded there, but it's okay. Merlin wants his hat trick as well, hits it with his right this time, and strikes it home. That's, is that 5? Or is that 6? I'm pretty sure that's 6-0. If I could be wrong in saying that. It's either 5 or 6-0. I can't remember exactly. But we got a few goals from Merlin Roll and a hat trick from Fabio Silva as Romeo Lavia tries to get himself on the score sheet as well. Unfortunate that he doesn't. Oh, and it's not even... We don't have a clean sheet. I forgot they scored another goal. They scored a goal, and then they scored one more by Moise Kean with an excellent chip. Does it better than Merlin Roll. But then we face Bayer Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal, and right off the bat we have Matthias Sule scoring in the DFB Pokal. It's early on in this competition, and of course we're wearing the gold because we won it last season. But we've already scored our first goal here in the game as Kevin Zenon tries to get himself a goal in this season. I'm not sure if he scored yet. I think he might have in like a simulation or something. But Johnny Cardoso gets a shot off here, and it's a great save from the Bayer Leverkusen keeper. Great strike, I'm just saying, but unfortunate that it doesn't hit the back of the net. Although we do get another one here, Johnny Cardoso yet again, and it goes so close. Cardoso is really trying his hardest to get a goal in this game, as Bayer Leverkusen does try to create some chances, and they do, and they strike home, making it 1-1 up against our backup side, of course. But Marquiu gets a strike off, and it lands at the feet of none other than Johnny Cardoso, who hits the strike. It's going over the bar, which means we're still tied up at 1-1 somehow. But up the middle, you have Marquiu going all the way, and he strikes it home, putting us 2-1 ahead of Leverkusen. And I just gotta say, Marquiu in real life is also doing pretty well with Chelsea. Again, limited minutes, but doing pretty well. I think he's got a few goals now to add it to his tally, so I'm very happy with that because he is honestly a little bit of an underrated striker. He was really good for Barcelona in the limited minutes he got, and now he's doing pretty well for Chelsea, thankfully. But anyways, Leverkusen did have a try, and they did miss as they do get another shot off here that thankfully Nielsen was up for, and he saves it. But Marquiu grabs one more chance here and puts it away, leading us 3-1, and we progress to the next round of the DFB Pokal, thanks to those goals, over Leverkusen. But since I forgot to check in halfway through the season, we're going a little bit after that. After 20 games in the Bundesliga, we are quite ahead of Bayer Leverkusen, who are in second place. We got 51 points, only one loss to Leverkusen's 2 losses, 5 draws, and only 13 wins. We've grabbed 16 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. We have had fantastic season so far, and we're finally up top of the league in the Bundesliga. We're leading, so hopefully we can win it again. This will be our second Bundesliga in 5 years and 5 seasons, so I'm very excited about that, but there's still 14 games left to go. Meanwhile, in the Champions League, after the 8 games were all said and done, we were thankfully able to clinch top 8. As you can see there's Arsenal, Inter, Lombardia FC, Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico de Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, PSG, Barcelona, and in 8th place, it was ourselves, SC Freiburg. That's our first time making the top 8. It was very close, as you can see. The only reason why we even made it into the top 8 was thanks to our goal difference. As you saw, Man City, Milan, and Athletic Club de Bilbao also grabbed the same amount of points as us, but our goal difference was just slightly higher. Even though I see Milan actually grabbed 1 goal difference higher than Man City, yet they're 1 position below. I don't know. It could also be Nate. I don't know. But we tied on points with Barcelona as well. They had better goal difference. But regardless, we made it into the top 8, which means we don't have a playoff round, and we go straight into the round of 16. But before I talk about the round of 16, I have to talk about how we are in the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal, facing FC Cologne, and I think that's honestly not to have any disrespect versus Cologne. They're a fantastic side, but we could have got tougher opponents, and thankfully we didn't. So I can very much see us in the DFB Pokal final, possibly facing Wolfsburg or Heidenheim. I'm assuming it's going to be Wolfsburg, but you never know. But we first have to take down Cologne, and I think that's very doable, especially with our very strong side, even if it's our backup side. Either way, back in the Bundesliga, we went for our starting 11, and yet in the first 45 minutes in the first half, we were able to get 4 goals, thanks to Merlin Roll scoring pretty early on, then Fabio Silva following it up a few minutes later, Nico Schlotterbeck grabbing himself, I think, his second goal of the season, and then Fabio Silva completing his brace towards the end of the first half. And then we made a lot of substitutions just to see what they could do. And in the second half, thankfully, we were able to score another 4 goals thanks to Marquinhos grabbing another brace of the game, Rick Meyer grabbing one, and Ruben van Bommel grabbing one more for extra good measure at the very end of the game. And in the 90th, ensuring that we grab an 8-0 victory over Augsburg. I'm very sorry that happened to you guys, but we will definitely take the 3 points and the huge goal difference right there. Now we're facing Hoffenheim, of course, a team that did beat us before, and I think they helped us to a draw the last time we faced them when they were wearing the green. They beat us 5-0 in the UEFA Super Cup. I believe we tied against them. Hopefully we can finally grab a win over this team as Nico Gonzalez grabs the first chance in this game. And unfortunately it goes wide, but it does show promise for us. Also, I have to mention the fact that we played so well. We grabbed 8 goals in one game. That's absolutely insane. We're a goal-scoring machine, can I just say. And also Merlin Roll gets a chance here. And wow. But I'm just saying, our goal difference has always been phenomenal. Now our defense is doing really decently. So Atobolo, great save yet again. I mean, we can always score goals, and we've always been able to score a lot of goals. I mean, you've seen big goals, like big goal margins like 7-5 and stuff like that. As Hoffenheim do get a chance here. Number 10, Berisha, wide open goal. I'd be surprised if he didn't score that. But then we have Ruben van Bommel on a break, and he takes a strike here. Can he put it in the back of the net? Unfortunately, it goes over the bar. Ruben van Bommel has had a pretty underrated season, I'm not gonna lie. Arguably his best season yet in the Freiburg jersey, but Fabio Silva gets a chance and unfortunately cannot put it away as the Hoffenheim keeper does make the save there. And we lose very closely up against the Hoffenheim side, and they grab the 3 points. Unfortunate. But we're back to winning ways as we grab a 4-1 victory over Hanover at home thanks to Marquinhos, Aspria, Merlin Roll, and even a Cardona own goal. That's their goalkeeper, their number 1. That's why you see the red goal right there on their side. While El Bilal actually grabbed a goal for them. It was unfortunate that they just weren't able to grab anything else because we were able to grab a few extra goals. We beat them by 3 goals. So we'll grab the 3 points, and you know, hopefully we're still on top of the table. I mean, we only dropped 3 points. I don't think that's enough for Leverkusen to catch up. I believe there were, how many points were there? They were 7 points behind us. So at very most, they're only 4 points behind us. But we did face Bayer Leverkusen once more in the Bundesliga this time. I don't know why. There's a little bit of a deep V-neck going on with my buttons, like on my chest or something like that. But regardless, we are at home facing Leverkusen yet again. Of course, we just beat them in the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal, but can we beat them yet again this time in the Bundesliga? I think we can, as Matthias Sule grabs a quick goal from the near post. Honestly, that was a very excellent finish. I can't believe that the goalkeeper, we were actually able to score that. It seemed difficult, but it happened. But Bayer Leverkusen do get a chance here, even though we did have the chance to kind of block it, but it unfortunately does make its way all the way inside, making it 1-1 as Florian Wirtz also grabs a goal, making it 2-1 to Leverkusen. So now we are losing at home, despite the fact that we had just beat them, as Kevin Zenon does get a chance that unfortunately does go wide. Our number 21 has not done the greatest, but Johnny Cardoso has been doing fantastically as he scores another amazing goal right there. I think that might be in his 3rd or 4th. He had a few shots in that other game that I believe it was against Bayer Leverkusen as well, but he grabs a goal this time as Kevin Zenon tries to strike one more time, and he puts it away this time. Thankfully, I believe that puts us back into the lead. That's 3-2 against this Leverkusen side. Their goalkeeper is having a tough day, but so is ours. Nielsen, I want you to do the best that you can as Florian Wirtz gets a chance. So again, it's their number 10, their captain, puts it away. That makes it 3-3. It's an enticing game, I can't lie, as our boy Abde El Zalzouli grabs a goal for himself as well. That's 4-3. He doesn't score many goals, but he scores important ones. That's why he is our backup left mid, and that's why he knows how to score some goals. That's why we still have him, honestly. Matthias Sule tries to grab something, but unfortunately it curls the opposite way that he wants it to, and it goes wide. Matthias Sule, despite the fact that he doesn't get much playing time, he does pop up with important goals as Victor Boniface gets a strike off that thankfully goes wide. It did scare me for a quick sec while I was playing, and even in this replay, but thankfully it did not go in the back of the net. Matthias Sule tries to shore up the victory, and he does by scoring another goal, meaning it's 5-3 with just a few more minutes left to go. Even if Leverkusen score another goal, it should be another 3 points for SC Freiburg, and it should see us quite comfortably at the top of the table without needing to worry about anybody else catching us, including this Leverkusen side that did score another goal, meaning it's 5-4, but Boniface did get another chance here that thankfully Nielsen was able to save, and it means we get the 3 points. Moving on into our Champions League fixture, as we did get Villarreal in our round of 16 tie, and they seem to have Nick Voltemade, who just got their first chance, and thankfully Atobolo was able to save it. But there he is, Nick Voltemade. He is honestly a towering giant who knows how to score goals. He's playing for Newcastle in real life, and he's done pretty well so far. I believe scoring 3 or 4 goals in his first 6 or 7 games. And speaking of scoring goals, there's the first goal for Villarreal. Yes, they do score more. We are at their home stadium, the Estadio Ceramica, if I'm not mistaken, and Marcelino is their coach, as Nick Voltemade scores the second of the game for Villarreal. I'm not going to mention if there's any more goals for them or any goals for us, but Nick Voltemade was having a field day up against us, as he does get another chance here and puts it away, meaning it's 3-0. Where we can score a lot of goals, but dang, man, they can score a lot of goals too. And our defense is definitely not showing off like they have been in previous games, but Fabio Silva can hopefully get us off the mark here, and he doesn't, as he strikes it too strong, and it goes over the bar. That's not normal from our Ballon d'Or winner, I can't lie, but we do have Ruben van Bommel, who hopefully can get us off the mark. Pedro Porro's also on the other team, but they make another great save, and it stays at 3-0 as Villarreal do get another chance here at the edge of the box. They lay it off for who else but someone else, and they put it in the back of the net, 0-4. But then we faced Borussia Dortmund, which we did start playing, but unfortunately I had to go into the sim for a multitude of reasons, but we were able to grind out the victory 2-1. No substitutions were made. Merlin Roll grabbed a goal after Joao Pedro scored in the first few minutes. We grabbed the penalty that Fabio Silva was able to convert, and then Lukeba actually grabbed 2 yellow cards, which meant that he got sent off, and it meant that we were able to grab the 3 points over Dortmund away from home at the Signal Iduna Park. But now we are facing Villarreal next, and it's a mountain to climb, as we did lose 4-0 away from home. And now we have to go back home and pull off another amazing comeback like FC Barcelona did against PSG in, 2016? Can we do it? I don't know, but let's find out. At home and in the second leg of against Villarreal, we have a humongous mountain to climb. 4 goals is what they're leading by. We're going with our starting 11. Hopefully we can grab something from nothing, as Merlin Roll gets the first chance, our captain, and puts it away. That's 1. That's 4-1 on aggregate. I will keep track of all these goals because we desperately need to. It's barely 1, but hopefully we can score a few more. Merlin Roll is going to be crucial in this game, as Nick Voltemade will be very crucial for them, as they do get a chance off here, and thankfully Atobolo was there for the save. But it stays at 4-1 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. We are at home, so we do have the home field advantage, as Asprilla gets on the end of an amazing counterattack, and he strikes it. It should be going in to put us ahead, but it's not. It goes wide, and it should have been 2-0 there. That might be something that we regret, but Merlin Roll escapes his defender just enough so he can get a shot off with his left foot, and he puts it away. That's 2-0. We should be 3-0 up now, but it's okay. It's 2-0, making it 4-2 on aggregate, as Nick Voltemade does get a chance, and thankfully Malik Tiaw was there for the crucial block with his left ankle there. You see how the ball bounces off his foot right there, and it could have easily been 5-2 on aggregate, but Van Bommel gets a chance here, and with his right foot, he curls it just outside of the box, or outside of the goal, and it's another chance that goes begging for us. As Terraz gets a chance here, that Atobolo, it looked like it was going to go in, but Atobolo was there with the quick left-handed save, and thankfully we are still winning and still have a clean sheet as Nick Woltemade does get a chance, another one, as Atubolo is forced to make another save. I believe that's 4 saves already that he's had to make, but it's 4-2 on aggregate still. We need some more goals as Villarreal, I believe Barry does get a chance over here. Thankfully, it goes over the bar. Or, sorry, no, it bounces off the bar, and we were able to still keep the clean sheet and keep our hopes alive. But this game was far from over, that's for sure. In this UEFA Champions League tie, it was extremely tough. I don't know why the ball is following. I don't know why we're following the ball so much, but regardless, Villarreal did make it extremely tough. They had a few chances, obviously. Abdul is keeping us in the game, but so is our very own captain, number 10. And he gets another chance off here that is blocked by the defender there. That's the first block against Merlin Roll, but he's still having a fantastic game. He's already scored twice. Can he score that hat trick to keep us alive and still, you know, kicking? He's going for his 4th chance now, and he takes the strike, and it's another great save from the Villarreal goalkeeper. We should be putting these chances away. That's 3 that we should have put away. We would have already been leading against Villarreal as they do get a chance, and it's laid off to Nick Woltemade. He's in open space and puts it away. That could be the dagger that ends the game as it's 5-2 on aggregate. And Nick Woltemade rises high yet again to get another chance here. Thankfully, Romeo Lavia was able to, you know, make him a little bit uncomfortable, just uncomfortable enough so he doesn't get it on target. But we're still losing. We still need at least 3 more goals as Ruben Van Bommel does get a chance on the end of another counterattack and he puts it in the back of the net. Thankfully, it's 5-3. He keeps the hope alive. And honestly, I'm still believing. I'm still believing there's 2 goals that we need just to tie it up. As Matthias Sula, he comes on for Merlin Roll and he puts it in the back of the net. There it is. It's 5-4 on aggregate. We're winning 4-1 in this game. We got to score some more of the goals. We got to score. Thankfully, we don't have the away goal rule, but Milos Kerkez gets in the way of that shot. And thankfully, it's another block from another defender. It hits off of his right hip right there, thankfully, as Matthias Sula gets on the end of another chance, left-footed, and he puts it in the back of the net, and he ties up the game. It's 5-5 on aggregate, 5-1 on the night, and then Asprilla gets another chance here, and he cuts it across. No, he doesn't. He hits it with his right foot, and he strikes it home, meaning that we're winning 6-1 on the night, 6-5 on aggregate, and that's how we end the game. Asprilla, Yasser Asprilla, our right mid, gets the goal, and we go to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League, despite Nick Woltemade getting another chance here that Ryan Flamengo does get a block on, and we win the game and the tie. After a very difficult game up against Villarreal, I still don't believe the fact that we literally pulled off the exact same, you know, what's called comeback that Barcelona were able to do up against PSG. Of course, they originally lost 4-0 at the Parc des Princes, or the Parc des Princes, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, away from home in 2016, and then they go back to their home stadium, the Camp Nou, and they win 6-1. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they were able to grind out the victory, 6-1 and 6-5 on aggregate, just like how we did. Obviously, it was a little bit different players-wise and just like moment-wise, and of course, we don't have the away goals rule anymore, so if we would have tied on aggregate, we would have gone to extra time, but thankfully, there was no need for that. And then we go back to the Bundesliga, and we tie up against Wolfsburg. Yay! I mean, I don't mind it. I really don't. Konstantin Peters did save us a point right there at the very end. But you got to give it up to the team. I mean, I know it's our backup side, but I mean, they pulled off an incredible comeback victory up against Villarreal to put us in the next round of the Champions League. So I can't be mad at the draw. I'm happy that we still grabbed the point. Should be winning these games, but it's okay. Wolfsburg are a very tough side, and I'm so happy. I'm still riding this high of winning that round of 16. I can't lie. And as if tough games weren't enough in the Champions League, but of course we did have Wolfsburg, which we did tie against in previous game, but now we're facing Bayern Munich, another tough side that of course, I mean, we have gotten the better of in recent games, but Michael Elise ensures that we don't get the better of them in the first few seconds or the first few minutes, as Atubolo didn't even try to save it there, but they are leading now as Yasser Asprilla, our game winner, gets a goal right here early on into the game as well. He ties up the game, meaning it's 1-1 up against Bayern Munich, and the crowd goes wild, and I'm so happy that the fans are supporting us through all of these things. I mean, if it wouldn't be possible if not for the fans. I mean, both the ones watching these videos, but also the ones in the game, as Atubolo pulls off another incredible save, and they do get another chance here as it's Thiago Almada that technically gets foul there in the penalty area, but he also just gets the goal at the near post as they strike one from outside the box that thankfully goes wide, but they're still leading 2-1, and they do have the golden badge right there because they did win the Bundesliga last season, but it's okay. We're going to win it this season, hopefully. We are at a really good pace, and Merlin Roll does get a chance that unfortunately is saved by the Bayern goalkeeper, and unfortunately that's how the game will end as they win 2-1, and we drop 3 points as they gain 3. But in our final game of this episode, we now face Nuremberg away from home, and we were able to grab the 3 points yet again. I know it's been 2 points, no, not 2 points lost, but 2 games where we've lost points. We lost 2 points up against Wolfsburg and then 3 points up against Bayern, so we lost 5 points there. Thankfully, we were able to grab the 3 points here up against Nuremberg, despite us being away from home and still kind of being in a little bit of a haze after just realizing who we got next in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which we will find out next episode. Thankfully, we did grab 3 goals. It was Fabio Silva, Matthias Sule, and Warner. Yes, our young academy graduate did come on, and as a CDM grabbed another goal for himself. I believe he's already got 2 goals, and basically ensuring that we grabbed the 3 points over Nuremberg, despite them trying to get a goal through Felipe Augusto, who did grab one, who tied up the game, but Sule cancelled it out and ensured that we were leading again into the second half, and we grabbed the 3 points. We will take that. Sorry, a lot of redundant statements, but thankfully we got it. So, what an episode that was. I had a lot of fun both playing all those games. I mean, that game against Villarreal, I'm not going to spoil it here. I mean, you've already watched the video, so hopefully I'm not spoiling it, but I'm not still going to mention it again. But we are officially in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We are facing a very tough opponent. We did not get a playoff round, so thankfully, so that's why there's a few less games in this. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. The next episode will be the last episode of this entire series. I'm excited to bring you all of that and more, and FC 26 content will be coming very soon after that. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.